So the last item on our list is the pull-up. It can be pretty intimidating for people because that can take quite a while before we build up the strength in our shoulder girdle to do a pull-up. You can tell I'm standing right below the pull-up bar. I'm going to demonstrate two versions of a pull-up that are common that you might see. You've got your strict pull-up where with no movement from your body, you're going to pull that chin over the bar. And then we have what's more commonly referred to as a gymnastics pull-up, where you can use your core muscles to help gain some momentum to get that chin over the bar. So this movement right here is called a beat swing or your kip, and it helps get that chin over the bar. Now that can take anywhere, depending on your fitness level when you start, 2 to 3 years to get to. It took me quite a while before I could do that. And the reason why I eventually learned how to do that is because we built up the strength using different things. We call that scaling. All that means is we're adapting our fitness level and our activity to something that we can do. So we're going to head over to these rings here, and I'm going to show you how you guys can build up the strength in your shoulders to eventually be able to do a pull-up on the bar. First thing we're going to do is adjust these rings so that when I lay flat, I can reach them. Right now they're a little bit too high. So part of the reason why this works, using the rings to help build up the strength, we can't cut off parts of our body to make us lighter. The only thing we can do is use our legs to assist our arms to do a pull-up. So I'm going to lay flat. I should be able to comfortably reach these rings while I'm laying flat, and I can. I'm going to have my knees bent. I'm going to push through my heels, and I'm going to bring my hips and my shoulders up at the same time. This is a modified or a scaled pull-up. Eventually, that's going to get pretty easy. So I'm going to increase the difficulty one more time. I'm going to straighten out those legs. I'm just going to have my heels resting on the ground, and I'm going to pull myself up. Usually you want to be able to do 10 of these in a row before we start moving on to this version. Once we get about 10 of these in a row, we're pretty close to being able to hang from the bar. So Mike is going to test out 2 of these modified pull-ups. Sometimes these are called ring rows, sometimes they're called prone pull-ups. So he's going to lay flat. We've already adjusted the rings so that when he reaches up, he can comfortably grab them. He's going to start by bending his knees, have his feet flat on the ground there, and he's going to lift up hips and shoulders at the same time and try and get those rings to his armpits. Perfect. And relax. Let's do one more. Okay, so this looks like he handled this no problem. So we're going to get him to try the difficult version of this with his feet nice and straight here, just his heels on the ground, and go ahead and try and do the same thing. Awesome. So Mike's very strong. It wouldn't take him long at all to be able to crank out a few pull-ups. But even if these are challenging, you're still getting the benefit of the workout, and you're building up the strength to be able to one day get on the bar.